welcome to another video. So I'm just gonna come out and say it, Glebe is the best suburb in Sydney. I know people out there are gonna be like, no, Newtown, no, Surrey Hills, no, Darlinghurst, but I don't know, I'm pretty sure Glebe has all of them beat. Yes, I am biased. I have lived here since I was like 8 years old, but maybe that just serves my credibility. Like, I know the ins and outs of this suburb very well. I know the good places to go. I know the shit places to go. So I figure I'm gonna make a cute little neighborhood guide for Glebe because I feel like I know it super well. So I'm gonna go through the best places to get coffee, best places to get drinks, where to go on a walk, what to do on the weekend, etc, etc. So obviously the number one thing that Glebe is really known for, that really brings people to Glebe, is Glebe markets. It's on every single Saturday and it's a mix of all different stalls. You've got like really cool vintage clothes, you've got new clothes made by like local designers, you've got sunglasses, you've got handmade jewelry, you've got candles, there's heaps of food, people selling plants. It's just a really good time and also great for people watching. There's often live music as well. It's just nice to just go there, browse the stalls, get some food, sit on the grass and just like chill out and enjoy the day. I absolutely love it. That's a really good reason to like come to Glebe, and then when you're here, explore the rest of the suburb. So let's start with cafes. There are actually quite a few really good cafes in Glebe. There are the places that you go when you want like a really good coffee, and then there are the places that you go when you want like a cool vibe. So I have like a super long list, but I'm just gonna like go through them quickly and then you can sort of, you know, figure out which one you reckon is best for you. So one place that most people know is Sappho, which is this secondhand bookshop with a cafe out the back. I've been going to Sappho literally since I was in high school, maybe since I was in like year 7. It used to be at this tiny place near my house further up Glebe Point Road, and that had maybe like 2 tables for the cafe, and then they moved to this place right opposite the market. It's got this beautiful back courtyard. It's just like a really nice chill place. I used to go here a lot at uni. They do a really good chai latte. They have amazing vegan carrot cake. Ooh, it's so good. And then also like the bookshop is great for browsing as well. So really recommend Sappho. So just a couple doors down you'll find Dirty Red, which is probably like the best place for a bougie brunch. It's got, you know, the exposed brick, there's a courtyard at the back, or you can sit out the front. It's just like a nice chill vibe. I'm pretty sure they do good cocktails and mimosas if you're there for like, you know, a nice Sunday brunch vibe, and the coffee is very good. I actually went there this morning, I had a nice coffee and it was great. Then across the road is a cafe that I've only discovered recently, and it's called Lily Pad, and I really love it. It's just so comfortable. I don't know, you know when you walk into a cafe and you sit down and you're like, oh man, I just want to like hang out here and sit here. So I often go there with my laptop and do work. It's really welcoming. They have a really good vegan menu. They've got some great like vegan burgers and vegan breakfasts on their menu, and they make a lot of stuff with native Australian ingredients, which is great. For their iced coffees, they use pasta instead of straws, which I love. How cool is that? Across the road from there is a place called Bad Manners, which has been open since like the 80s. Like my parents tell me stories about how they used to go there when they lived in Glebe in the 80s. Honestly, in the last like 5 years, I think maybe it's switched hands and it doesn't seem as cool as it used to be, but the food is really, really good. It's definitely worth going there. Lovely place for brunch. I really like it. It's like not as flashy as other places in Glebe, but it's got the vibe, you know. Down from there is a place called Dispensary, which is pretty new, but I gotta say these guys have amazing muffins. I had this orange and poppy seed muffin and it had peaches or mango or something in it, and it was so good. Honestly, just go there for the muffins. I really enjoyed it. The coffee was very good too. I don't know about the rest of their brunch menu, but I just saw the muffins and was like, yeah, I'll have one of those. A couple of other places I'll just go through quickly is Bethel, which is further up Glebe Point Road near the library, which is just a cute little place. Again, they do really good iced coffee. It's pretty small, but if you're just getting a takeaway or just stopping for a little bit, that's a good place to stop in. A place called Le Petit Tart, which I used to go to a lot during high school. The owner's this really nice guy. They've got a pretty good, well-priced breakfast menu, and the coffee is like good, you know, like it's not bad, not amazing, but it's a good place to just sort of go for a chill morning. Oh, and they play really good music there. Then just up from there is Sonoma Bakery, which everybody loves. The coffee is pretty good, but they've got really good fresh bread. So if you are in the area and you want to get bread, go to Sonoma. There's a place right opposite the market. It's called The Wedge. Super friendly guys. It's a pretty small cafe, hence wedge. I guess it's like kind of wedge shaped. I don't know. Their coffee is really good, but they also have really good toasties. So they've even got a really good vegan toasty. So I lived like across the road from this place, and every single morning I could smell them making their like ham and cheese toasties. God, It's so good, so good. Just honestly, just go there for a toasty. Finally, there's a place called Mindful Baker, which just changed their name. They used to be called St. John's Espresso, and this is my mum's favorite cafe. She goes here literally every single morning, gets the same thing every time. Sometimes I'll go with her, maybe like once a week, and it's just a very, very friendly place. The owner, Kate, is lovely, and it's just a good, solid cafe choice. They also make a lot of really good baked goods in-house. There's often good gluten-free and vegan options there as well. The banana bread, so good. The muffins are always really good. Brownies are so good. Just go there and like stuff your face with the baked goods. You will not go wrong. Let's move on to bars. Honestly, the nightlife in Glebe isn't that great, especially when you compare it to Newtown and Darlinghurst. That's the one downside to Glebe, I reckon. We don't really have a good pub, I would say. So the Toxteth I like as a pub, it is just a little bit too bougie. Like if I'm gonna pay for a salad in a pub, I don't want to pay $24, you know what I mean? But they have a good back courtyard. The drinks aren't too pricey. They've got good trivia, and it's just like a fun chill time. Also the Glebe Hotel, which my friends say is good. I haven't been there yet. And there's also the Friend in Hand, which has a kind of weird vibe, but I don't know, I think I've got to go check that out again. There is a cute little wine bar called Timber. I haven't been there in ages, but if you're after like a more of a refined evening, Timber's the place to go. There's this restaurant called the Charleston, which has really good cocktails. So you can just go there just to like drink. They've got a good happy hour. I'm pretty sure it's weekdays from 4 till 6 or something like that. They've got pretty good wine. Yeah, that's always like the place that I usually go to when I'm like to my friend, hey, let's just go have a drink. We'll go to the Charleston. Then it's got a cute like millennial pink decor. The food's very good. They've got good Mexican sort of inspired food. Good place to go drinking. Then just up the road from there is a Different Drama, which is probably my favorite bar like in the world. I went there for my 18th birthday 11 years ago, and I've been going there ever since. They've got really good cocktails. It's a really good vibe. They have a really nice rooftop terrace with views of the city. Often it's not open, which is a shame, but it also is like 3 flights of stairs up. Yeah, it's just like cool vibes. I feel like I need to get some better adjectives because I just keep saying like cool and vibes and fun, but it is a nice vibe. I used to go here a lot, like they would know all of our names. In fact, I'm pretty sure they still do know all of our names. The wine is good and pretty well priced. The cocktails are a bit pricey, but that's fine. You go and you have one and then you like move on. When I was like 20, it used to be 2-for-1 cocktails during happy hour. So you'd order one, you'd pay for one, but you'd get 2. So we would go and we would get like 8 cocktails each and just sit there at a table with like 20 cocktails on the table. Like it was so good. They don't do that anymore, which is a shame, but the cocktails are still just as delicious. So worth going. So one other bar that I really like is the Little Guy. It can get really busy because it's a pretty small bar, but I really like it. Again, it's got just like that great friendly vibe. They've got good cocktails. I'm repeating myself, but I really like it, and it's super friendly, and you get a free bowl of popcorn when you get drinks. So that's a win in my books. Finally, there's a place called Tommy's, which is a beer cafe slash restaurant. I actually worked here for like 1 shift when I was at uni. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just didn't like it, but I worked there for a shift. I also don't like beer, so I probably wasn't the best person to work in a beer house, but I really like Tommy's. I don't go there as often as I should. I kind of always forget that it's there, but it's pretty popular. They've got really good pretzels. You go there and you get like a beer and a pretzel, or like I'll get like a cider and a pretzel. It's a great place to go in summer because they've got a good back courtyard, and they've got really good like hearty European food as well if you want to go there for dinner. But it's a good place for like a couple drinks on like a nice sunny afternoon. Now let's move on to food because we've got a lot to get through here. I'm just gonna go through some of the best restaurants. Number 1 is Tom Yum Tum Gang, which is a Thai place. Gotta be the best Thai that I've ever had in Sydney. It's just so fresh and delicious, and I don't even know how else to explain it other than you have to go there and it's really good. Maybe I'm gonna get Thai food tonight because now I'm thinking about it, I really want it. yeah, Tom Yum Tam Gang, you've got to go. And then just down the road from that, there's a Vietnamese place called Pho Hanoi. It's just like a cute, small, unassuming little place, but they've got really, really, really good noodle salads that I highly recommend. Oh my God, and speaking of Vietnamese, there is a bakery, I think it's just called Glebe Bakery, and they do the best banh mi. Oh my God, every time I'm hungover, I go to this place because their banh mi is so good. Like, I'm mostly vegetarian, but I always eat this banh mi. They also do like good, you know, salad rolls and like chicken rolls and egg rolls and all that sort of stuff, but their banh mi is like out of this world. They just have the perfect mix of like the lemongrass and then the I don't even know what's in it, but it's really good. Oh, yum. Oh, now I want that too. God. Okay, sticking with sort of the Asian continent, we've got two Indian places that I really like. Number one is Nawaz, and it's just like a good stock standard Indian. Like if you're getting takeaway, that's a great choice. Really good butter chicken, not to sound like a basic white bitch, but they've got good aloo gobi as well. Then secondly, a place that I absolutely love is called Green Mushroom, and it's all vegan, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely all vegetarian, I'm pretty sure it's all vegan. They're just like the friendliest people. During COVID and still now, they just give away meals to anybody who needs. There's a sign in the window that's like, if you're hungry and you can't afford food, come on in, we'll just give you a meal, no questions asked, which I love. So then I was like, okay, I've got to support this place more. So I've gone there a couple of times, and every time I'm like, this is just so delicious. Like every single thing they serve there is so good, and it's BYO, love that. Right next door is a place called Dumpling 77, which is Chinese food, and I wouldn't really go there to eat in. Like you walk past and you look at it and you're like, no thanks, but get it on Uber Eats and the dumplings are really, really good. Another vegan place is Soul Burger. You probably know it. It's a chain. It's just really good vegan burgers. Like my brother went there not knowing it was vegan and got a burger and fully ate it, and then was kind of like, that meat tasted like a little weird, must have just been the seasoning. And I was like, that was vegan, and he didn't even realize, but it's super, super delicious. And they've got really good fries and also vegan milkshakes. Ooh, yeah. There's a really good Middle Eastern place called Thievery, and the food is just phenomenal. It's a little bit on the pricier side. Like it's not too expensive, but it's the kind of place you'd go for like a nice dinner out, like you'd go there on a date or something like that, but it's really good. It's got a really cool interior. It's a kind of place where you'll go and you'll get like a bunch of share plates, and everything is so delicious. Then there is an Ethiopian restaurant, which is a cuisine that I haven't really had before until I went to this place, and oh man, it was so good. So basically you sit at a table and you get this like big plate of this, like it's kind of like a bread, kind of like a pancake. It's savory, and then on top are different curries, or a curry is probably not the right word, but it's very similar in sort of texture to like an Indian curry that we'd be used to. And you just like rip off the bread and then eat it with the curry, and it's so good. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love the food here, and it was pretty cheap. I can't remember how much it was, but I think there were 3 of us and we just paid like a meal amount, and they just bring it all out to you, and it's so good. Definitely go there, especially if you want to like expand your food repertoire, you know, like it's good to eat something that isn't just like Thai pizza, like the same sort of stuff. All right, getting to the end, there is a good Polish place, again a cuisine that you don't come across too often in Sydney. Definitely go there, definitely have the pierogies. I can't remember what else I ate, but the pierogies, so good. There are 2 Mexican restaurants, Baja Cantina and Flying Fajita Sisters. I think people prefer Flying Fajita Sisters because it's kind of like trendier and like has a better Instagram presence, but I personally think Baja Cantina has better food and better cocktails, so that's up to you. And then there's one other good Thai place right down near Broadway, which is called At Home, and it's a good like cheap and cheerful Thai place. You can just go there with a bunch of people, get a bunch of dishes and share them all. It's, I gotta say, it's probably not quite as good as Tom Yum Tam Gang, but it's still delicious, and they do good lunch specials, and you truly can't go wrong there. All right, then we've just got a few random miscellaneous places that I just want to say in passing. There is a fruit shop called Galuzzo's, and there's a deli next door to it run by the same people. It's so good. There is an entire cheese room out the back where you just go and like stand in this refrigerator and it's full of cheese. Incredible. And they make really good like homemade Italian dishes that you can buy, and it's just a cool place to like go in, look around, have a little peruse. This is a random thing to recommend, I realize that, but there is a convenience store about halfway up Glebe Point Road that sells plants for really, really good prices. All different kinds of plants. I bought this, let me show you actually because it's so good. Okay, this is Betty. Let's see if we can get her in frame. She's grown so much. I got her at this convenience store for I think like 20 bucks maybe, and then I got one for my brother for his birthday as well. And when I first got her, she had like 3 leaves, and now she is thriving. So she's looking a bit droopy, but I watered her a few hours ago, so she'll perk up soon. Yeah, if you need plants and you don't want to go pay an exorbitant amount at all the like plant shops around the inner west, the convenience store is the place to go. They've got like little tiny potted flowers for like $3. It's so good. If you're in Glebe, you should also definitely do the Blackwater Bay walk, which is a walk basically from like the tram sheds around to sort of the fish markets kind of area. It's just a really nice walk along the water. I do it maybe like 5 to 6 times a week, especially during COVID when I couldn't really leave my suburb. I walked that bloody Blackwater Bay walk every day, often twice a day, just to like leave my house. It's really nice just like walking around the water. There's really nice parkland where you can stop and have a little picnic, and then you can walk all the way around to the tram sheds and go there and have a coffee. Okay, I think I have now covered off a lot of Glebe. This video is getting probably too long, so thanks for sticking to the end if you did. If you have any questions, please ask me because I love Glebe and I have a lot of things to say about it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm somehow. Not quite sure, but it does. I know it does. And yeah, I would say that I'll do more neighborhood guides, but I don't really know other city neighborhoods that well. I mean, I guess I know Newtown. I've been to Newtown a lot. Is that because I'm gay? Yes. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.